Hello and welcome to the Meet and Share application. This would be one single repository of all the mission and meeting reports which could be created and shared here. A report can be created by any ILO user who has an ILO account. Despite the lack of an approval process in this application, users can collaborate to edit a single report both before and after it is published on the intranet. This application also allows you to keep a report confidential. For all purposes of this demonstration, all the data added here is dummy. The Due Mission Report section is the most important part of the screen. The logged-in user can view her or his TT records for missions for which mission reports have not been yet drafted. Click on the TT number for more information on the TT record. You have a section called My Reports where you can find all the TT records you have created and edited so far. The yellow and green indicators indicate whether the report is in draft or published mode. The most recent 10 reports are shown here. Click on View All My Reports link to see all the reports you have created so far. This is a section on the right where you can search for all reports. My countries and branch are pulled from my SharePoint user profile. If you click on it, you will be taken to all the reports for that country or branch. To see all the reports created in the system by the whole ILO, click the View All Reports link. In My Favorite Reports tab, you would find all the reports that you have marked as favorite. In My Subscribe Reports, you can manage your preferences for subscription. This will allow you to stay at the top of reports in the areas that are important to you. You can select topics, countries, authors, etc. and save these preferences. After saving, you will see all the reports that you have subscribed to in this section. On the right, you will find some useful links such as IGDS, which mentions mission report compliance. You will also find a guide to determine what constitutes a mission report and what constitutes a confidential report. You will find instructions on how to use the application here. Now let's have a look on how to create and edit a report. For creating, click on Add New Report link, or for editing a report, click on the report title in the My Report section. Both the Add and Edit report links will take you to this basic information forum. A mission report is completed in 5 simple steps. If this is a mission report, the checkbox Report Link to a Travel is selected. Please uncheck this checkbox if this is a meeting rather than a mission. Below you will find all the relevant data for this mission, such as relevant meaningful title, mission start date, mission end date, PNB outcomes, and so on. The majority of the inputs here are mandatory, which will aid in making this report more searchable on the intranet. The good news is that you have more than one author who can work on this report. Multiple authors as well as mission members can edit the report at the same time. Next tab is for adding a TT record to this report. The logged-in user only needs to click on this button, Fetch My Travel Data. When clicked, the system will display all the TT records that require a mission report. Here, for security reasons, a mission member can only see her or his TT records. Select the appropriate one and associate it with this report by clicking on this button. As you can see, the associated TT record is shown below, along with the TT record of another mission member who was tagged to this mission report. Additional TT records can also be added to the same report. Next tab is for adding all mission-related details. This tab, however, is optional. You can include a description, key stakeholders met, results, and follow-up actions in this form. Any of these inputs can be marked as confidential. If you do this, the input turns red and the entire report becomes confidential, and only the editors of this report have access to this information. You can add an unlimited number of follow-up actions to this report. The next tab is for attaching files to a mission report. Attachments could include policy documents, presentations, and so on. Attachments can also be made confidential by clicking on the edit icon here. The number of attachments you can add to a report is unlimited. For publishing a report, attachments are also optional. In the next tab, Distribution, you can specify who should receive an email when this report is published. If this report is confidential, you can add members who will have only view access to your confidential report. On the right, you can find the contact information for all the people who contributed to the drafting of this report, as well as the users who will be notified. To publish a report, click Published and Confirm. This report, once published, will be available to the entire ILO. The system allows to edit a report even after it is published. You will see a link to your published report below. Now let's see an example of a published report. Title and purpose are shown on the top, followed by the mission members. Here you see how many people have viewed or liked your report. You can also mark this report as favorite by clicking on this bookmark icon. You can also share or print this report. Below you will find all the basic information and TT records for this mission, followed by all the information you added as report details, followed by attachments. On the right, you would find other relevant reports in the system. You can access these reports by clicking on the titles. The related offices for the countries included in this mission report are also listed here. You can find a report by typing a keyword at the top or by clicking on all these links here. This is the application search results page. On the left, there are refiners to help you narrow down your search. The application searches for the keywords not only in the data added in the report, but also inside the attachments. There are two kinds of results here. One is the mission report with the title, and the second is the attachment. These are all the screens of the application. Thank you for your time.